Hi guys, my name is Ray and welcome back to my writing channel. Hi, today's blog is going to be revisions for the next couple of weeks. I don't remember. I think I'm on week 4 and 5 of revisions, or you're going to see week 4 and 5 of revisions. And I am going to be talking about the next 5 fingers of the 10 finger pitch. Last video, some people said that it was very helpful, and I hope that they find this second half helpful as well. I'm going to be following the same format as last video, in which I'm going to be giving you each of the fingers, giving you an example with my own project, and then just giving you some footage of me working through revisions. And this one might be longer than last one because the fingers in this occasion are a little bit more specific, so they might be a little bit longer. And without further ado, let's get into the left hand of our 10 finger pitch. For the thumb, in this case, we're starting with the thumb because we are on our opposite hand. And that is going to summarize the first half of the second act, which means everything up to the first obstacle. Now, in my case, a very quick summary of my second act, in a way. Well, the first obstacle will be that Gracie is settling down in the orphanage that she's just been transferred to. She's getting to know the children, and she's already starting to form a bond with some of the children and a couple of the staff when the obstacle arrives in the form of the cardinals coming from the Vatican to give the priest the bad news that they are looking for the Antichrist and that it might be found in their pool of children. Now, the next one is our index finger, and that is the story's midpoint, the obstacle and how it changes or motivates your main character. Now, in my case, the turning point of the story is when it's announced that the Cardinals are going to be taking all of the boys to give them some sort of test to see if they are, in fact, the children of the devil. And that is what changes, not changes, what motivates Gracie to go the extra step of getting in between these people trying to hurt the boys and the kids and the boys, and she's trying to prevent them from taking them, and when that doesn't work, she's going to try to get them back. her middle finger. Again, I'm flipping off my bookshelf. Actually, I'm flipping off my Taylor Swift CD collection. Anyway, this will give us the catharsis or crisis moment that where or the incident that will change the main character's path. Now, this is a bit of a spoiler for the book, the moment, but I can tell you that it has to do with a close encounter with a demon and some information that this demon reveals is what makes her change her path and how she's approaching the situation and siding a little bit with hell just to like get her end goal done. And that is, yeah, that's broadly what happens without telling you exactly what information she gets, but the information is very important because it's like the plot twist of the book. And we have the ring finger, which is going to give us the main character's moment of doubt and or change and what sets them off to the final confrontation. Now, for Gracie, she was trying to come up with a plan to infiltrate wherever they had taken the boys. However, this changes when one of the boys shows up back at the orphanage, and I'm not telling you which one, because some of them do die, and I don't want to spoil which one survives. Um, but yeah, one of the boys shows up back at the orphanage, and sh- when she sees the state that he's in, and when he tells them some of the things that have been happening since they were took, she immediately goes after them and she immediately charges without almost without a plan to just take the kids that are still alive and put an end to the witch hunt. And last but not least, our pinky finger, where we will talking about the story's climax or resolution. What is the final moment of the story that will resolve it all? Now, in my case, she goes to this place to get the children. She has a confrontation with uh, her superior nun, with the priest, with the cardinals, and she has the goal of taking these children back to the orphanage and then try to move them somewhere else. And without spoiling the end, I'm just telling you that's what she's going to try and do. Will she succeed? I don't know. We don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, this was faster than last week. I think I went by a lot faster with these ones. Anyway, that's pretty much the next five fingers. And once you have like all of these points, for me, it was very easy because I already have a draft and I already have written a version of the story that gives me all of these points. But if you're a pantster and you want to check yourself, this is very useful that way. But if you're a planner, and I'm actually doing this with another project that you're not going to hear about for a while because I am working on that on the very back end of my plans, of my whips. Um, for that project, I am actually doing the 10 finger page moment first, and then I'm going to start working on the draft. Right now, I'm starting an outline alongside working with this 10 finger page. but it gives you like a very broad idea. And once you have all of these points filled or together, you can see what the main characteristics of your story are, and then you can create a blurb of your story. Now, as of today is Tuesday, this video is supposed to be coming out next Monday, but last week was a little bit exhausting, so I didn't have time. I didn't have energy to record, so I'm doing this a little bit late. So I have not worked on putting together my blur, but I will be doing that when I make the graphics, and I will be leaving it on the screen and giving you a voiceover of me reading it. Hi guys, editing Ray here. I'm gonna give you my the blurb of my book that I was able to create thanks to the points that I've already pointed out, thanks to the 10th pitch finger. So in this case, my blurb, like a first draft of my blurb, will be Gracie, a young nun, has had one goal her entire career: protect the children, not only from the harm of the world, but the harm within the church. Things get more complicated when she gets transferred to a new orphanage and sinister things start to occur. Things might not be as clear as she thought, and after a group of cardinals takes the boys to be tested in their search for the Antichrist, she must decide which side she's on in order to save the children. Okay, now back to past Ray. And yeah, that's it for the 10 finger pitch. I hope this helped. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions and I can help, go for it. And honestly, it's a great exercise. You can, if you want to get comfortable with it, what you can do is take other stories and read them, trying to find these 10 points, which are like the main characteristic of any story, and that will help you get comfortable with the idea of pinpointing these things within a story. And once you have that down, you can easily find them within your own story. Again, if you have my Discord or anything and you want help finding these points in your story, I'm more than open to help because I think it's a really fun exercise to do. So, yeah. And when it comes to revisions, again, I'm recording everything introduction, middle, and end of my blog on the same day. And I'm actually also recording the introduction to my next blog that I'm already working on right now. So I'm gonna be wearing the same shirt, which I really love. It has little cherries. But anyway, I just finished chapter 7, and I am about to head into the chapters that don't need as much work as the first 6 did. So I am hoping that this second half of the book is going to go faster. But I am also starting to consider reaching out for alpha readers or beta readers for the third draft because I think I'm at a point where I need a second set of eyes on this story before I can make any more changes. I in no way think that the story is ready or perfect, but I think that by the end of this draft I'm going to be a little bit blind to some of the issues that might have. So I am gonna give myself again a couple of weeks of space from the project once I finish this draft during this finish your draft fall challenge that I'm doing. So hopefully by the same I'm gonna take the end of the year off this story. But yeah, at this point I'm considering already reaching out to people. So if you are someone who likes horror, doesn't mind mentions of SA in minors and mentions of children getting hurt and some descriptions of injury on children's, feel welcome to reach out so we can like talk. Maybe if you would like to just give this draft a read when I'm done. But I'll think more about that towards the end of the year. But anyway, yeah, that's just my thoughts. Chapter 6 was especially hard because I had to add like three different things, three different three new scenes. Right now, chapter 6 is the longest chapter in the entire manuscript. My dog is hungry, but she still has 10 minutes before dinner. Anyway, the second, this is the longest chapter, and but all of the chapters have been growing. At the end of this edit, like as of chapter 7, the entire manuscript has grown 3.8k words. So yeah, and it's gonna keep growing. So it has grown like around 400 to 1k words per chapter. So I do think that it's gonna keep growing. But anyway, that's all, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.